Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the final episode of Symphogear G. This one's titled In the Distance, That Day When the Star Became Music. And I believe it's the tagline for the entire series up until this point. Just like Season 1, how they had the tagline underneath the logo pretty much this entire time. And they use that as the final episode. They're doing the same here with Season 2. I'm going to assume they probably do that for all 5 seasons. It seems kind of weird to just stop this tradition, so I'm going to assume that Season 3, 4, 5 will also have the same idea with it, because it's kind of a cool idea, actually. And usually is very, very relevant to what's going on anyway. And it's kind of interesting to see how you can get to that point from the very beginning as it's been planned out. But yeah, last episode was incredible. Loved every second of it. Possibly my favourite episode of Symphogear of the entire run so far. It's hard to say. I definitely think Season 2 is an improvement over Season 1. Like, I really enjoyed Season 1, but I think this finale of Season 2 and the whole Frontier arc has been incredible. And I really do like Ver as a villain. Like, he's crazy, and they have a lot of fun and stupidness with him. But he's actually just a really good, just typical villain. Like, he's not trying to do, like, a brand new villain type thing. Like, he's not trying to be particularly clever in that regard. He's just your typical action villain and, like, turned up to 11, essentially. And I really, really enjoy that for this show. It kind of fits the show's craziness in a way. But yeah, we kind of understand now more Chris's situation. She is just going after Solomon's Cane more than anything. She wants to stop that being a constant reminder of her failure, essentially. Even though people would reassure her it's not her fault, but she takes that one very personally. And so that's kind of why she's been trying to go through all this, just to get that cane back. And that's why she entered a deal with Ver to be like, okay, if I take out Symphogear users, specifically Tsubasa, give me Solomon's Cane. And she ultimately does. Well, it's shown that she does, and Ver's like, you think I'm just going to agree to something like that? And she's like, oh no, I didn't think you would. You're a typical villain. You're going to backstab me the moment you get a chance. And it's shown that Tsubasa has actually destroyed the collar, and she just tears it off as if it's nothing. And yeah, that was an explosive collar, which is just insane. And so Ver summons Noise, but Chris can't actually fight it because the anti-link has also been deployed in the area, which is such an annoying little thing to have to worry about every time. But ultimately, Tsubasa comes in clutch as Ver escapes, and the two kind of have their moment together, which was really nice. Speaking of moments together, we also had Shirabe and Kirika, with Shirabe showing that it's actually her that had Fine's powers all along, and Fine actually was just staying dormant and trying to respect Hibiki's thoughts and wishes from the first season and not get involved and just lay dormant. But ultimately, she took action a couple of times just to save herself and save these people, essentially. And Kirika, feeling guilty for pushing Shiro away and everything that was happening between the two of them, decides, I just want to disappear, and goes to kill herself, essentially. But Shirabe takes the hit for her, and then Fine decides to take that hit for her as well. And so just moves on, and now we don't know where Fine is anymore. So there could be another Fine somewhere, but in theory, should still respect Hibiki's wishes. As said, as much as like it's not the position of a ghost to worry about the future or to lecture someone about the future. I forget the exact phrasing of the line, but I really like that line in how it was being handled. I'd love to see Fine like as an ally one day, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. She even said as much as like, it's not, I can't just become a hero just like that in this day and age. So I guess we'll see how that ends up going. And Maria is, well, she's started a worldwide broadcast to kind of show the secrets of what's going on and say about the moon coming down. Like, the moon coming down to people is crazy news. I'm surprised there's not more anarchy, honestly, and people are just staring at the screen like, oh, what's this? No, like, holy shit, the moon's coming down and we're trying to sing to save it. How fucking insane is that? But yeah, it is what it is. And Hibiki manages to intervene as Ver shoots Mum to the moon. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know if Mum is still okay. if they're going to be able to save her or if she's just going to be shot into the moon. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe we'll cover that. But Hibiki stops Maria from killing Ver, and actually just takes the hit. Like, like the typical sword comes at you, dodge out of the way, grab the blaze, and just, oh, it was such a metal moment. And as if it couldn't get more metal, Hibiki sings Gungnir's song and essentially steals Maria's Gungnir relic, which is just incredible. And that's where we left off. And all this is being broadcast still. Like, this entire scene in this room is being broadcast, so yeah, this is awesome. It's just straight awesome and hype and epic and everything to go with it. So I'm very excited. We're gonna load the episode up here and get back into get back into the finale. So as per usual, these are time-based format actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all Patreon picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear here, and Log Horizon Season 2. We will be moving on to Symphogear GX eventually, hopefully next week. I need to figure out where in the time slots Symphogear goes, so I'm not quite sure where it will be. And I might take a week off just to do the specials, for example, because there are 2 specials for Symphogear G that I'll probably check out and do reactions for. They're both, I think, 14 minutes each, so I can probably combine both of them into an episode or just do 2 small videos. I'll see which one I do. But I do need to speak to Wargle about if they're continuing to sponsor the series or if I'll see if anyone else is able to sponsor. I need to do a lot of the Patreon stuff now since we just started a new season, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. Then on play side episode, I side episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Anime Party since they have the D-Truck subversion as per usual. No logos or anything. We're just going straight into the episode. You can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, slightly longer episode as well at 25:14, I think. It's a little longer than normal, which is great for a finale. Let's get into the final episode of Symphogear G, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go, Hibiki. Gungnir Girl is back. Mm-hmm. And Ver just legs it. How many times is this man gonna fall? I swear. Okay. What's he doing? Whoa. What did he just do? Oh, they're here. Whoa. Where the hell did he just go? Mm-hmm. What's happening? Are we rising? We rising? Okay. Mm-hmm. So the key is obviously to chop off his left arm, but mm-hmm. That will also work, yes. Hmm. Jesus. Just casually does that. Mm-hmm. Boys are off after there. Meeting up with them. Okay. Yep. God, it's cool looking. Eats away at the frontier from within? Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Holy shit. Jesus. Holy shit. You can, Maria. You do something. There's always something. This song back again. Holy shit. Holy shit, mum. Okay. Okay. It's probably gonna be her sacrifice though in order to do it. Yep. God, that's hard. Still unfazed. Hey, they're here. Nice one, Kirika. Nice one, Shirabe. All five of us fighting together. All six of us. Sure about that, Bear? Oh. What? What? Ah, using. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Yep. You think you can do that? Mm-hmm. God, this is fucking awesome. Hey, new forms. God, this is fucking awesome. The Song of Mankind. Oh, God, I love it. We still have to get rid of the heart, though. It's not quite over. What? What the fuck was that? Uh oh. Uh oh. That's a problem. Holy shit. Yeah. What's going on? Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He will not be a martyr. Oh boy. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're trying to break ourselves free? Yep, okay. Jesus Christ, that's awesome. Holy shit, okay. Dystopia, okay. Last butcher, I think that said. What? Oh yeah, it eats Symphogears. Yeah, okay. Okay, gonna use... Holy shit. We're gonna push it in? We're just gonna shove it in there? Yeah, let's just push it in the treasury. That's no longer our problem. How do we get it in there? Holy shit. Oh, it's pulling out with it. Okay. We're not just gonna let you be taken. Mm-hmm. We're going into the treasury. Okay. This is fucking awesome. Nice. Holy shit. God, I love Chris's Symphogear so much. Nice. Yep. Makes sense. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let Nephilim go critical in here. Goes in. If it goes critical in here, would it just wipe out the treasury entirely? Holy shit. God, I love Crystal Symphogear so much. Oh, it's going for it. Yeah. Holy shit. This is so awesome. What was that? Vitalization or something like that, I think it said? It was vital something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Holy shit. Just straight up, well, Solomon Kane's, well, if it survived that explosion, Solomon Kane's now trapped in there, so I don't think there's any worrying about that for a while. Treasury of Babylon could be very well destroyed by all that. God damn it, Fair. Dude's gone crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Typical attitude. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow. Wow. We do have an after credits here, though. Unless we're going to have a full 3-minute credit sequence, but I don't think so. We could have an after credits. It's interesting that the curse was also reactivated, implying that in its dormant state, it still did its job, but now that it's active, it could be doing something more. I find that kind of interesting. Change the world with a light unknown to God himself. Okay. Yeah, Vitalization might have been the name of it. It's one of the song names, but that might have been the final move that they did right at the end there as well. That was amazing. So yeah, after credits, I think. Yep, here we go. Back at the academy. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just normal Symphogear user, really. Mm-hmm. It's not physically embedded in you now, it's now embedded into your soul instead. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Wow. Wow, what a finale. What a finale. Alright, let's mark that off as complete. Boom, there we go. I mean, yeah, like, yeah. Holy cow. That was a good finale. That was a very, very, very good finale. This series is just so good. I mean, it just straight up is just so, so good. I'm very curious to see now. I'm very curious to see now what our next thing is. So I'm going to assume that the reactivation of the moon's facilities and specifically the curse of Bilal is probably going to have an impact on our next storyline that comes in season 3, more than likely. That's probably where I'm thinking of it's going. Now, I don't know if there's going to be more used in the series, or if he's just going to be sent to rot in some prison somewhere. Not just some prison, probably some like maximum secured facility that Section 2 probably has control over. Although, wait, they're not called Section 2 anymore, are they? They got a new name, I thought, this season, but I keep calling them Section 2 because it's just easier to say. But I think they got a different name now. Did they? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know what I'm thinking of. I'm just going to keep calling them Section 2 because you guys know who I mean by that. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what that implication now has that it's been activated. I'm interested to see what would happen when Fine reincarnates again, if she's still just going to take the I'm not getting involved stance, or what. It's entirely possible, and this is what I kind of worry about almost to an extent, is that what if she reincarnates in someone and they find a way to reverse the situation? So instead of Fine being able to take over aspects of the person that she's reincarnated with, but what if that person could utilize Fine and steal from her powers in order to do things? That's what I'm kind of worried about. What if Fine ends up not being the one in control and is just giving powers to someone without her wanting to? That's a worry I have as to a potential storyline. But there's so many potential storylines you could do with this series still. It's like, and I know there's 3 more to come, so it's like, that could be one of them. I want to know what happened to the Treasury of Babylon as well. Like, with Nephilim going critical inside that, is there anything left in there? Like, did any of the things in there survive? I highly doubt it. It also means there's nothing really for an enemy to summon the noise with. Like, the Kane's gone. So, no one can just suddenly summon noise as soon as they want. Unless they find another relic that has some similar aspects to it. So, I'm very, very curious to see what they can do now from here. Miku coming in at the end there to help out as well is just perfect. To give her a little moment to show that she's with the group. Even if she isn't a main combat fighter, she's still with the group in that way. And there's a very nice way of doing it. Yeah, Hibiki keeps the Gungnir relic. So that means Maria is now out of a relic. I wonder what that means for Maria and Kiriko and Shirabe. Like, what's going to happen to them? Are they going to end up joining Section 2? Because, I mean, Maria doesn't have a relic anymore. Unless they can somehow piece together, what was her name? Serena? Was it Serena or Serara? No, Serara is from Locke and Serena is from this. Okay. So, unless they can find a way to restore Serena's Symphogear in some way, Maria doesn't technically have one. Kiriko and Shirabe, despite their low link-up rates, they could still be useful. I don't know if I don't know if those 3 are going to be utilized in future seasons or not. I guess we'll see. It would make sense to use them. I mean, I feel like Section 2 would gladly take as many Symphogear users as they can that they can trust to defend against it, because I think the noise still exists. Solomon's Cane wasn't the only source of the noise, as far as I'm aware, right? Like, Solomon's Cane was just introduced as a way for them to be summoned at will in a certain moment. I think noise attacks still happened regardless of Solomon's Cane. If I remember correctly. I guess we'll see. But, yeah, I guess we'll see what ends up happening, but that was a fantastic finale. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Looking to just chill with the specials now. We'll be watching both of the specials. They're only like 13-40 minutes long each, so we can get both of them done in a single day. That's not a problem at all. I don't know when they'll go, because, my schedule is, well, terrible. And it's constantly changing now with the new season, so we will get to the specials. We'll do those, and then the week after, we will start up Symphogear GX Season 3. I need to speak to Wargle to see if they will be funding the next season, or if someone else will be funding it instead. We'll have that discussion over on Discord, though, rather than here on YouTube, so yeah, absolutely love that. I definitely would say I prefer Season 2 over Season 1. Season 1 was a great introduction to the series. Season 2 just took a lot of the things from Season 1 and improved on it. The introduction of duet songs and multi-people songs was brilliant. Like Kiriko and Shirabe's fight from last episode 12, was brilliant. I loved that. I love that singing combining like that. So yeah. And knowing that this series is going to keep getting better, I know Season 1 to Season 2 is the biggest jump in quality because it just was. But I'm sure there's going to be many, many improvements. Apparently, the transformation sequences, that's what I'm really interested in. See how much more extra they get with transformation sequences each time. Because there's a 2-year gap, and you can have a lot of ideas in 2 years to decide what you want your next transformation sequence ideas to be, and how epic you can make them, and how over the top as well. I'm super excited to see where those go. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the finale of the episode, as well as the series now that it's wrapped up. And let me know where Symphogear Season 2, or G, ranks in your Symphogear ratings. Is it one of your favorite series? Do you think it's lower on the end and there's a lot more to come, or things like that? I'm interested to see your opinions on that. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. We'll be going into the Symphogear G specials next week. At some point, I don't know when, don't quote me on a date. I will get to the Symphogear G specials at some point, but they're shorter, so it should be very easy to slap onto a day somewhere. And as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 lab that's currently going on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.